In recent days, China's development of a new generation of 054B frigates, successively painted gangway number, respectively, 545, 555, according to the network was named Luohe ship, Qinzhou ship. However, with the successive service of 054B frigates, a very obvious problem has arisen. As of December 2024, there were only 2 Type 054B frigates. It even forced the Navy to rebuild the 054 frigate. So how big a problem is the 054B frigate? First of all, let's talk about the development of China's entire 054 series frigate vein since the 90s. The main frigate of each naval power began to step-by-step large-scale stealth, such as the French launch of the Lafayette-class frigate, belongs to this period of the benchmark. China's development of 053H3 frigate comprehensive performance is not bad. However, the 053H3 frigate belongs to the 2,400-ton class ships, and the stealth level is insufficient. In this environment, China also began to develop a new generation of frigates step by step. At the beginning of the 21st century, China has built 2 Type 054 frigates, which belong to the 4,000-ton class, with a newly designed hull and diesel power system. However, the radar and electronic equipment and weaponry of the Type 053H3 frigate are used. Obviously, the 054 frigate took on the nature of the test transition, mainly to test the new ship, new power and other aspects of the new technology. 2005, 2054 frigates have been commissioned, was named Ma'anshan ship, Qinzhou ship. Fittingly, about 3 years later, in 2008, the first of China's Type 054 frigates was commissioned. Compared with the 054 frigate, the 054 frigate's ship frame remains unchanged. The radar system and weaponry, almost all replaced. On the main mast, a 382 Type 3 coordinate detection radar was arranged. On the foredeck, 4 groups of 8 sets of 32 units of vertical launch system is installed, mainly launching the Red Flag 16 series of medium-range anti-aircraft missiles, Fish 8 series of rocket-assisted anti-submarine torpedoes. The Navy is very satisfied with the comprehensive performance and cost-effectiveness of the Type 054 frigate. As a result, from 2008-2023, China has built and commissioned a total of 40 Type 054 frigates. The Type 054 frigate has become the main frigate with the highest number of builds in China. Type 054 frigates can be seen in all directions. From the Navy's attitude towards the 054 frigate, it is not difficult to see, in the Chinese Navy sequence, the frigate belongs to the third-class ship, belongs to the miscellaneous type ship. The Navy needs to consider the comprehensive performance of the frigate and procurement costs, which is a very practical situation. 054 frigate belongs to China's early 21st century design of the ship. All aspects of the technical standards represents the level of the early 21st century. Although the subsequent batches have been improved and upgraded, there is an obvious gap in all aspects compared to the new generation of frigates developed by Europe, the United States and Japan, such as France's Aquitaine class, Italy's Gemini class and so on. Because, since the 2020s, China has also begun to develop the design of a new generation of main frigate. 2023 summer, autumn, China launched 2 new generation of 054B type frigate. 54B type frigate belongs to the 5,500-ton class ships. Foreign media speculation. 054B type frigate full load displacement in 5,700 tons or so, basically with the 052B destroyer, basically equivalent. The foreign media speculated that the 054B frigate full load displacement in 5,700 tons, basically with the 052B destroyer, basically equivalent. Please note that, according to the current disclosure of the news, the current launch of the 054B frigate has been a comprehensive reduction after the design program. 54B frigate's initial design program can be said to be luxurious. The frame design is similar to the German F-124 frigate. On the main mast, a similar 4-surface active phased array radar may have been used. As we all know, the hull cost of contemporary ships is not too high, but rather the radar and other electronic systems. The cost is very expensive. The initial program of the 054B frigate, the configuration is very high. The procurement cost is also very high. In the end, the Navy was not satisfied with the initial design of the Type 054B frigate. The program was substantially modified, and the current 054B frigate appeared. It must be said that the current stage of the 054B frigate, in the configuration of radar and electronic equipment, is not low. On the main mast, a large double-sided rotating active phased array detection radar is arranged, using the S-band. On the aft mast, There is another 368 double-sided fast countermeasures radar, which adopts X-band. From the configuration of radar and electronic equipment systems, the 054B frigate is not considered to be the absolute leader, but with the new generation of Europe, the United States, Japan and South Korea's main frigate, belonging to the same echelon of the level, a very interesting situation has arisen. In 2023, China launched two 054B frigates one after another. We originally thought that the 054B frigates will be built in large quantities, service. Never thought that since 2024, 054B frigates, there is no sign of continuing to build. On the contrary, the 054 frigate, ate back to grass, ushered in the second spring, and began to build in bulk. According to foreign media reports, 054 frigates of this batch, a total of 10 ships. Obviously, the Navy is still not satisfied with the 054B frigates at this stage. Therefore, after 2024, chose to rebuild 054 frigates rather than eat grass. Did not continue to build 054B frigates. So, 054B frigates in the end. What are the problems? The Navy is not satisfied. Personally believe that the current stage of the 2054B type frigate and 20 years ago, 2054 type frigate, the situation is similar, are part of the test transition type ships, certainly will not be built in bulk. As for the current stage version of the 054B frigate, certainly will not continue to build. It is expected that within 3 to 5 years, China will certainly launch the 054B frigate improved, or directly launched, 054C frigate. There is a great possibility. Regarding the Type 054B frigate, I personally believe that there is not much of a problem with the new generation. In terms of radar and electronic systems, it is expected that after the emergence of the batch construction version, will also continue to follow, at most slightly improved, or upgraded. The key lies in the pitot system and power system. This is the key. 54B frigate, along with the 054 frigate, the exact same pitot system, resulting in the cost of the ship itself is low. After all, 054B type frigate can do all the work the cheaper 054 type frigate can also do. Between the two types of frigates, there is no great distance. Personally, I think 054B frigate improvement, or 054C frigate, will certainly use a new generation of vertical hair system, has a stronger compatibility, can be compatible with other different types of ammunition. This is the key. Secondly, the power system of the Type 054B frigate is also likely to be a temporary transition. Therefore, from the current situation, the 054B frigate adopts diesel, or diesel-electric series power system. It is not that the use of diesel power system ships, on behalf of the backward level. For example, France's new generation of FDI-type frigates, the British 31 type frigates, all using a diesel power system. The key need to look at the design of the ship's positioning and mission. According to the positioning of the mission, choose the most appropriate power system configuration. 054B frigates need to accompany the Chinese aircraft carrier operations, undertake the formation of anti-submarine warfare, medium-range air defense operations and other tasks, a great emphasis on efficiency. If the diesel power system continues to be used, it is not conducive to formation anti-submarine warfare due to high noise and limited acceleration. Therefore, combined with the current situation of the 054B frigate, the Navy's requirements for a new generation of frigates in all aspects, the comprehensive positioning of the frigate and a series of factors, resulting in the current stage of the 054B frigate, will not continue to build. The Navy needs to temporarily build a new batch of 054 frigates, temporary emergency use, fill the power gap cycle. As for the 054B frigate improvement, or 054C frigate, reference to the previous 054 and 054 type timeline, about 3 to 5 years. It will be basically mature. Personally, I believe that the improved type of 054B frigate, or 054C frigate, radar and electronic system configuration, will basically follow. The framework and layout of the ship may be adjusted appropriately. The configuration of the bow drogue system will certainly be replaced by a new generation of drogue to meet the actual needs. As for the power system, I personally think that we need to wait for the all-electric propulsion system. At present, China's all-electric propulsion system has made a significant breakthrough, but full maturity still need time and testing. A new generation of main frigate is expected to use all-electric power system, which is in line with the actual situation of anti-submarine warfare of Chinese naval frigate.